Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Okay. Let me get myself shared everywhere I need to go. And we're just waiting for Miss Tracy to finish up. She was up before me. We shall see, we shall see. And get myself... Thank you so very much, Miss Gia. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. So the event today's event is called Faith and Florals. And we're including crosses in our projects today. So hopefully everybody has had a blessed Palm Sunday. This is the day that we remember, you know, our Lord is getting ready to go, you know, to be, I mean, he's being crucified and all, you know, getting ready for all of the things that are coming. Thank you for the sprinkles. I appreciate it. So, you know, my husband was like, Palm Sunday, that's the day that, you know, they hailed him as king. I was like, yep. And by the following week, they were trying to, you know, do the opposite. They were killing him. So, yes. Alright, so my florals are going to come from my paper. I may add a few, some small floral buds at the end as well, if I have enough time. I have a doily, I might include that. And then I also have florals on my cross. So this is the cross that I had in my stash, and it says, love one another as I have loved you, John 13:34. And during the Easter season, honestly, loving one another the way that Christ has loved us is a big deal. I mean, that's a lot right there, because, you know, we're being reminded of how he sacrificed and died on the cross for us. So, like, if he's telling us to love one another the way he has loved us, I mean, y'all, that's a big tale right there. That's a lot, you know. That is definitely a lot. And I'm gonna be using this. I found this also in my stash. It's very, very thin, so it is very likely going to warp on me. But we will make do, right? We will make do, and to the best of our abilities. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my surface prepped by going ahead and putting my glue down. And then we're going to dry it, and we'll iron our paper on. I want to go ahead and get this part ready. So hopefully everybody has had a blessed day. It was a nice calm day. Gary's already left for work. It is going to be a bit of a shorter week for him, because he will be off on Good Friday. They do give them Good Friday off, which is good, which is nice, honestly. So hopefully you guys have had some rest today. Got to enjoy the creators today. Miss Gia was on. Miss Tracy was on. Those were the beautiful ladies before us. Thank you. It was a Valentine's Day gift from hubby. He really spoiled me. Actually, more of a Christmas gift, but he really did spoil me this year. So, gave me a beautiful necklace, and then when we were on the cruise for Valentine's Day, he got me both of these rings. And he got me some Nightmare Before Christmas items because he knows how much I love them. So, I'm just very, very blessed, y'all. He is just amazing. And this is just school glue with a little bit of water in it. And that's what we're going to be using to decoupage with. And then I got these are synthetic brushes. Got a whole pack of them for like $2.99 at Harbor Freight. So I grabbed those because they're specifically for using like glue and oil in like car shops. So we're gonna see how it does with my glue because I'm tired of ruining all of my brushes. So we're just gonna dry this up. And then we will iron our paper onto it. So it's been a nice quiet day for us. After I get done with once I get done with my live, I do need to look into once I get done with that, I do need to look into some things here. Okay, so this is the paper that I'm using. So I grabbed this paper. Really? Oh my gosh, that is like the sweetest. 51 years. Wow. So these are some of the papers that come many times in scrapbook pads, and you're like, well, what am I gonna do? There's stuff up top, there's stuff at the bottom, you know. Well, this is a perfect time. Like, we can totally use it and have florals on one side or the other, or you can have some of them coming up and down, which is I think what I am going to do. Hey, Miss Bonnie, thank you for the sprinkles, my friend. I appreciate it, dear. I hope you are doing well. Alright, and then I'm going to grab a piece of parchment paper, and that is what I'm going to use to be the buffer for our iron so that it's not touching directly. I am doing well, thank you very much. I am, so today's event is hosted by Gia's Creations, and the group is Creative Crafters Assemble, and our theme is crosses and floral. It is Palm Sunday, so you know we are getting ready for the cross, but there was the palms, which I guess are a part of a form of floral, right? Greenery, that were used and placed on the road as he entered. Yes. I'm sorry I could not answer, dear. And so you know it's definitely an important date to remember, you know. Alright, so I'm going to use my sander. Forgive me if this, you know, hurts anybody's ears. I know that during this time, you know, many people do Lent. As we're gearing up for Easter. So we have Palm Sunday, we will have Good Friday coming up, followed by Easter Sunday, which of course, as we know, is very important because that is the ultimate sign of love that was given to us by Christ and God the Father, right? Alright, now this one over here is a little tricky because of the way that the top is. So I'm going to try my very best to trim it with my scissors. It's probably not going to be perfect, but we'll do our best, right? Growing up, my dad would always tell us to say, you know, do your best and God will do the rest. So we were taught that if we tried our very best and gave it our all, that He would always be there to help us through things, no matter what it was, you know. So growing up, there was no such thing as like, oh, it's too hard or I can't do it. My dad would not allow that. Those were definitely not things you said. So, good evening, Miss Chandra. How are you, dear? Did you get my email with the links for the Etsy things that I was using that you were asking me about? Did you get that, my dear? Hey, Miss Tracy, it's so good to see you earlier, dear. So yes, today is Palm Sunday. It's a very important to remember that this is the day that starts and leads up to Easter. Thank you for the sprinkles, dear. I love that rub-on that you were using. It was really pretty. Let me see. If I can pick it up, I'll pick it up. And if I can't, then we'll let the little vacuum cleaner get it, huh? There we go. And then for that, I'm just gonna use, if I can find my hole punch, I'll just use my hole punch for now, just to get us, you know, get that rolling. Awesome sauce. I'm so glad. Oh yeah, so these are the brushes that I picked up at Harbor Freight. 36 pieces acid shop brushes. Heavy duty horsehair bristle handle. They're metal handles. Everything from glue to oil to flux. Metal tubular handles. So I picked these up. I think they were like $2.99, guys. And so far I'm liking it for my glue. I'm tired of ruining my brushes because I am such a bad habit of ruining my brushes for my Mod Podge, my glue, whatever. So I've decided to pick those up, and hopefully those will help. Okay. So this is what we have so far. Where did I put my? Oh, here it is. So again, this is the, look at how pretty that is. It's going to really pop with the florals in the background. But let's zhuzh it up a little bit. We're going to use the gold paint pen. And we're just going to paint the edge here to, you know, give it a little bit of a gold shine. You know, remembering God's love is the most important thing to remember during this season, you know. So with Easter being next week, we definitely need to be reminded of His love and to show it to others. So I know that is why I had picked up this cross, and I'm so glad that I found it. Like I said, I went digging through my stash because that is my biggest goal this year, is to try to use stuff that I already have in my stash to create. And so all I'm doing is taking this, again, this is a paint pen of gold, and it's just a little something. It's nothing big, but you know, it's in the details, right? We always say that the details make something. So we're gonna give this just a little hint, and I'm doing it now before I glue it down because I feel like it's going to be a lot easier handling the cross now than later. And So does your do you guys do anything special around Palm Sunday and the Easter season? We used to back when the kids were little, but not anymore. And then I have memories of when I was a child. And the things that we would do. Which, you know, those little core memories are what formulate us, you know? Not anymore. Yeah, usually when, you know, when the kids grow up, it tends to make things, you know, very different. Maybe once we start seeing little grandkids coming around, maybe then we'll have, you know, we'll pick up traditions again. But as far as like right now, no. I mean, like, I don't even know. I know hubby will be off. I don't know if my oldest has to work or not, because there's some holidays that he does have to work. And then I'm pretty sure that my sailor will be off. So I might get a chance to talk with him for a little bit. So I'm not sure. I mean, you know, things are so different from when the kids were little. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like the whole world has shifted so weirdly, and it's changed so much from when I was younger and when the kids were younger. I don't know, maybe I'm just nostalgic or something, but that's what it feels like. It feels like things change so much, right? Now, we could also go around the edge. That would probably be pretty cool. Okay, so to break up some of the color here, I did bring a doily with me that I thought would look really cute behind the cross. I thought it would look really cute if we just added the doily, right? Let's see, maybe I do kind of want it down here though. So I'm not doing like straight across, or I think it would looks cool if it's kind of like on an angle. So that is kind of what I'm going for, is I'm going for it being a little bit on an angle like that. I think that looks really cute. So I am going to grab the fabric fusion for this, and need to make sure that I'm putting it Am I putting it on? I'm putting it on the right side. And so I'm just gonna put where it's like the thickest. And I'm using Fabrifuse from E6000. So I've started using this lately. Because I ran out of my Fabri-Tac and this is what I had. So this is what I am using. And this is going to be what I use to hold this in place. Yeah, I think it looks really, really cute. And this is a way to incorporate those doilies that sometimes maybe we're not sure how to use them in a project. Use them to layer, you know, use them as a layering effect, right? Okay. And the good thing is that this will dry. It does dry clear, so that's a good thing. And then for this, where I put my cross on top, I'm going to use a mixture of the fabric fuse plus, oh, there's still a taggy back here, plus some, let me get that hot glue going right quick, because we need some of that on there. And while that warms up, let's work on putting a cute little gold gilded edge on the rest of this. So just coming on the edge, just using the tip to give it that cute little finished, refined edge. You know, kind of like some of those ceramics that we see that have, you know, the little gilded edges. Makes it really pretty. The one thing I will say is this thing stinks. So make sure that you are in a well enough ventilated area, or maybe use some kind of respirator if you do have some issues. I've heard that liquid gold also stinks pretty bad. So, you know, just be mindful that some of our mediums do require a level of safety to them, okay? And you know, you need to know your capabilities, and you know your health better than anybody. So like, I know that if I was on a day where I wasn't feeling too well, or I knew I had like a lingering migraine, I would not use this, because the smell of this would probably trigger a migraine, because it is strong. But today is a good day. Right now is a good moment. And I do have my ceiling fan going. I have I'm in a pretty large room. There is the door is opened to the hallway and the rest of the house. And then I also have the AC unit back there that's circulating air. So I know that I am good. So just keep things like that in mind, because at the end of the day, you know your body better than anyone else, okay? But I do like how a little gold edge makes something look so refined and just so cute. So I do like to add that every once in a while, you know? And yes, this is on wood, but you can do this on any paper project as well. Just to give it that extra little look. It's no different than like when we use gel pens to edge things, right? You're just giving it, or your ink pads. It's just different ways of elevating your craft. Something as simple as adding a little gold edge to it. And I think I got this at, I think I got this pen at Michael's. I think. But don't quote me on it, because sometimes I don't remember where I get my stuff from. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. And this one I'm not 100% sure. I may have. Okay. And this is what the paint pen looks like that I use right here. It just says Painters, Opaque Paint Marker, Fine Tip Metallic, and it is gold. So that is the one that I use. Hi, Miss Barbara. How you doing, dear? Thank you for popping in, hon. So all we did was put the little bit of gold that we have on the cross also around that. Now my glue gun and my heat tool is nice and warm, so we can go ahead and add some of the fabric glue along with adding some of that hot glue. You're hanging in there. You know, hon, that's all we really can do, right? Just hang in there. Because life be throwing some curveballs. But it's so nice to see you. So I'm just putting a few dots just to get that instant hold while the fabric fuse takes full hold, you know? Where? Okay. All right. Where did my, ouch. I think that looks really cute. But it wouldn't be florals if we don't add some florals. So I do have a few florals that we could add. So we're gonna play around with these. So I do have the hole here that I do want to cover up. Oh my gosh, yes, this changes. Like, I can't, because what was it? Friday and Saturday, hot as heck. And then today, cold. And I'm like, come on now. Like, you've got to be kidding me. so I hear you. Hey, Miss Carla. How are you doing, my sweet friend? Hi, puppy. So yeah, so I think I want to add, but I don't know if this is going to be too big for up here though, because it kind of covers my other flowers. So let me see if maybe I have a smaller one. That I like more. Yup, it does. When it decides to switch like that, never fails. It never fails. I wish it would just make up its mind once and for all. Okay, so we could put that one there. What do you guys think? The smaller one or the one large one for up top there? And then down here I'm going to add some of these other ones. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your long weekend. Hopefully. Hopefully the grandkids didn't drive you too crazy. Alright, so votes for the big flower or for the small flower? Which one do y'all think? Should we go big flower or small? The large one? Okay, so we got one vote for the large flower. I agree, she does need to get back on her meds. And leave us alone, because just because she can't get it together don't mean the rest of us have to suffer. Yeah, Mother Nature be, she be doing some stuff. She be on some stuff too now. Not just be doing some stuff, she be on some stuff. And not in the nicest way. Oh, just Easton? That's not too bad. Right? Okay. Let's go ahead and put some hot glue right there. Hold that down. Just for a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm not a huge floral person, so for y'all ladies that are like florists and do amazing, I'm sorry if I end up making this not look so good, but I'm just not, that's not my thing. Not my thing. Okay, I'm gonna put a few of the small ones kind of like around our cross here. We'll see how it does. And I hope that I did not cut that too short and the flower is going to fall apart on me, which is exactly what it's doing. Like I said, I'm I normally don't work with this type of florals. My florals are usually just on paper, guys. But I'm willing to try and add florals to things, you know? I mean, I really am. Oh, goodness gracious. How many? Okay. There seems to be multiple levels to this flower. And each one is one that needs to be attached because I trimmed it too short. Okay. There, don't fall off, please, because I really wouldn't know what to do. Alright, I'm going to add this small one that I had already trimmed. I'm going to go ahead and add it. And see, this one is paper, and that is what they call it, a silky, classical silks. So I guess a silk floral. And this other one's paper. And then I have some cute ribbon ones. So I think I might add one of those just because it's different. So I might add one of those ones. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll make a, let's see. Oh, that's cute. That's gonna look really cute right there. Okay. I need something right there on that end. Maybe let's see, we have, those look cute. These are kind of like a blue color. They're like little, they almost look like they're sugared because they're covered in something. So they're like little, berries, I guess. Would I be able to get them? Get them down this way. Maybe. Maybe. We will see. Okay. So there's one. Let me see if I can get the second one to go in that area as well. Yo, I feel like I'm doing surgery or something over here. Gotta be like so extra careful. Well, I do want to remember everybody that I am in a group event today, and it is the Creative Crafters Assemble. If you've never watched the group, please go and join, and that way you can see everybody that created today. And you can see what everybody did. So hopefully that will inspire y'all. Oh no, that's too big. That doesn't look right at all. Okay, so you're definitely a no. What other color do I have? Oh, we have purple, and there is some purple in here, so let's add a purple. Plus, purple is used when remembering Christ, because he is royalty. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot, my dear. Yeah, I think that'll work. I just have to... Yeah, that's a lot of... Especially when you gotta, like, think about it and plan it and all of that. That's a lot. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm over here struggling because me and Flowers, we don't know what we're doing together. How about that? We have no clue what we are doing together. But we will figure it out one way or another. Thank you. You like the purple? I'm glad. Yeah, I think the purple is perfect. So we are going to glue it in. We are going to go ahead and glue the purple in. Like I said, there's purple in here, and you know, it is a sign of royalty, so it is used a lot, especially around Easter when referring to Christ. So I think that is perfect. Aw, thank you, Miss Marcy. You're so sweet. You're just the sweetest, dear. I just try. That's all. And you know what? The most important thing is to have fun, guys. Whenever you are crafting, creating, whatever it is that you're doing, remember that the most important thing of all is to have fun. Because if you're not having fun, then why do we do it, right? Why do we do it if we're not having fun with it? So have fun, enjoy what you are doing, you know. And just enjoy the creative process. Oops, well that went flying. Yes, I do know that you love purple. I love purple too, for that matter. You know, purple is a color that is loved by many, many creatives. I have found out throughout the years. Okay. You did not work the way I needed you to work. So I have tagged the group in the description, and there is a link to the group. So if you guys are not following Creative Crafters Assemble, which is hosted by Miss Gia from Gia's Creations, please, please, please consider going and giving them a follow. We had a really nice lineup today. It was a small event as far as number of presenters, but you know what? Events don't always have to be massive, right? No, we didn't. Events don't have to be massive to be good events. And everybody today was just doing, I mean, jaw-dropping, beautiful creations. So again, if you missed anybody, please go watch replays. I did post the lineup in my on my page, but you can also go and see us in the group as well. I think this is coming out really cute. What do you guys think? I love that. And then I gotta get all these glue spider webs away. But that is so stinking adorable. Thank you. I'm happy with it. I like it. I think it came out really cute though. Now I personally would not add anything more to this, only because sometimes I think, you know, less is more. And this would be one of those cases. Put all my flowers back in their bag. So I would say less is more in this case. But let's make a tag to go with this really cute jumbo tag. Okay, so let me see if I can find a piece of, oh, I'll do it like that. No, the board did not warp. I thought it might, but it actually didn't. And if it did, it was very little, which is really, really good. Yeah, that definitely made me very happy. Thank you, Miss Tracy. Like I said, y'all are just awesome when it comes to florals and stuff. That's really not my thing. But flowers are pretty, and you know what? They deserve to be added to things. Where did my little thingy go to? I need to take my trash out. My trash bin is full. It's overflowing. It's more than full. And I'm going to write, He is risen on it. Oh, I have a stamp somewhere that says He is risen. You know what? That's what I need to do. I need to stamp it. I need to stamp it. That's what I'm going to have to do. I have to figure out where the heck I put that stamp, though. Where would I have put the stamp? Do. I do not know. Where would I have put it? But because it can hang like right there. Let me see how I do with my handwriting. Y'all know I am not the biggest fan of my handwriting. So for He loved us first. And I know that's a Bible verse, so once I remember what it is, I'll put it there. I'm going to have to look it up. And since we had gold on the edges, we could use gold for our to tie. I think that would look really good too if we did that, right? So we'll make a little hanger out of this gold rope. I got this gold rope back during Christmas time. And I wish I'd been able to find some more of it, but sadly I could not. Alright, so I'm going to make a knot. Just put a loop, make the two ends go through that loop. That way we can pull them through and make the knot. Okay. This is one of the easiest ways to do this. Okay. And then you're going to take your board, you're going to put the bended area through, and then you're going to slip the knot. You're going to pull, and then now we have a good little hanger on it. See that? And that's going to hold it in place right there. See? Like I said, once I remember what the verse is, then I'll actually glue this part down here. And so then it'll have the little tag like that said, for He loved us first, and it says, love one another as I have loved you. I think that came out really cute though. So hopefully you guys like my cute little board here, and it is still to where we could do something on the back and have a two-sided. This would essentially be like a really big ornament, because I mean, look, it's almost the size of my head. But I think it came out really, really cute. And you know, pretty much all of the items were items that I already had in my stash. The paper, the cross, the little board, the doily, the florals are all items that I had already. It was just a matter of finding them and putting them together. But I think that came out really cute. I know, I can't wait to see you too. It's gonna be so awesome. So thank you again to Miss Gia for having me and for hosting this event. Again, the group is called Creative Crafters Assemble, and today, being that it was Palm Sunday, we were doing faith and florals. So we had to use a cross in some form or fashion. And this is my little craft. I think it came out really cute. It is super sweet and very important for us to remember that we must love one another as Christ has loved us. So I love you all. Remember to be safe. Have a great week. We are gearing up to Good Friday and to Easter Sunday. So have a blessed week, and know that you are loved, that you are cherished. More importantly, yes, I love you, but more importantly, God loves you. And so remember that, especially during this season. Okay? I love you all, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Ciao!